Welcome back. It's Off Guard. It's Austin Rivers along with my co-host Pausha Haghighi. As always, we're fresh after Game 6. Game 7 on the way. Every basketball player's dream.
You called
Every
this.
basketball fan's dream.
You asked for this before the finals because everyone was talking about the small markets and people weren't excited and no Steph Curry, no LeBron James, no this, no that, none of the big names, right? Jokic, Giannis. But you said if we get Game 7 though, that's what you wanted. You had a whole thing about it. It was. Yeah. I think you spoke it into existence. I think you get all the credit.
I think all you want is a competitive environment. Last year, we had every star you can think of: Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. That playoff or that finals was horrendous. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they didn't even want to go 5 games, 4 games, wherever it went. So the competitive aspect wasn't really there. Why a market matters when you're watching on TV, what difference does it make? The stadiums all look the same inside.
People want to see the familiar faces and the same names and the same jerseys.
But then when that happens, we get those complaints to the other side. When the Warriors and Cavs were going to the finals every damn year, people are like, well, what's the point of watching? It's the same 2 teams in it. And then now we have 2 small market teams, definitely an Indiana team that no one really thought or called going to the finals.
17th best odds to win the championship before the season started. I looked it up.
Should have put like a mill on them.
That's crazy. Bottom half of the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Jesus. Last night was a fun game to watch, even though it was a blowout. Watching a team bounce back like that, answer the call, and force a Game 7 tells you, A, how well coached they are. B, they have continued throughout the playoffs to show that they just won't go away. Whether it's been the games where they've been down 10 or 6 and a minute left to go, they have fought tooth and nail to put themselves in a position to deserve a Game 7. One game wins you a championship. I mean, there's no more. There's not a situation in basketball that presents more pressure than what we're about to see here on Sunday. It's one game, 48 minutes. Whoever plays the best wins a ring. There's nothing else you could ask for. Now, OKC has the advantage. It's at their home court. But when it's only one game, a lot of these different aspects aren't going to matter.
Yeah.
What can Indiana do on the road? They haven't really shown consistently that they've been a great road team. They have stole some wins, though, on the road. They did Game 1. Halliburton hit that 3. But they have mostly, by far and wide, been a dominant team in Indiana. Well, we're back in OKC. We got one game. This is a game for Shea to dominate. Okay, you're the MVP. You're the best player in the series. This is a game for you to take it. We'll see. It's tough for me to call who's going to win because when it's one game, it's like trying to predict what's going to happen in March Madness. When there's one game, anybody can win.
Right. I mean,
you know what I mean? Like
it'd be awful if someone got into foul trouble early, like Shea or somebody.
No,
and then you're just like, "Whoa, that's like,
yeah, this is it." You know what I mean? That's the pressure and the temperament of this game. You're going to see right away who's tight and who's not. Pause. I would like to get into a firm prediction with you on who you have winning.
Oh, I mean, OKC is going. I think OKC is going to win. Obviously, this is the 1,000th time I've counted the Pacers out, and they just keep proving me wrong.
My only issue with the Pacers is I saw they turn the ball over sometimes a lot. This game is going to be more pressure than anybody in that. There's not a player on the floor that has experience in this department. Even Alex Caruso, who won a championship with the Lakers.
Well, Pascal Siakam's going to be he's seasoned. He's not going to be nervous.
It's the only one.
But OKC is going to be. I thought they were a little tight yesterday.
They were. It was a little weird in there.
And then, so you tell me, is it even more pressure when you're at home on a Game 7? Like, think about that.
Man.
It's like
It's Game 7 for both teams. There's a lot of pressure. I think if there is any pressure, if I had to choose who has more, it's definitely OKC. You have the MVP for one. You're the team that's favored to win. All right. And you have a home court advantage. You're supposed to win. Yeah. The Pacers are the team that no one thought was going to be here. You just said they had the 17th best odds. I guarantee you OKC's was 1 or 2. Yeah. So we have one team who we knew and thought was going to be here is here. And we have one team that nobody thought was going to be here is here. And one game to win. Who has more pressure? The team that everybody thought was going to win with the guy who just won the big dog trophy, the MVP.
Listen,
we'll see.
Let's play a game here. If OKC loses, and they were the number 1 seed last year and lost in the second round,
can't happen. I don't want to see all this
If
shit.
they lose again, and with all of their the picks and assets and players and everything, do you just run it back again? It's
Yes, you run it back again.
You don't do anything.
If the year before,
how would you look at them?
If the year before you had the best record, went to the playoffs, got knocked out early, the next year you come back, have one of the best records, go to the finals, you're clearly still on pace, climbing the ladder.
100%, but
and your guys are all young. Why shake the boat?
No, you're right. You shouldn't shake it. How would you look at them though?
I just think we look at them the same way. We know, not the same way. We'd still look at them with more respect.
Kind of like the way you looked at the Celtics before they won the title. They're really good.
I would look at them a little bit more. I wouldn't say the same as, but I'd look at them a little bit close to Cleveland. To where you're like, you got a talented team, man. You guys put up these records, but you guys have not figured out a way to win at all. The difference is they're in the finals. So you got to give OKC that credit. They're there. Cleveland ain't sniffed that shit.
I think Cleveland has a built-in excuse. We didn't know Garland was that injured. He's out for 5 months.
We did not know. We did not know.
Healthy Garland, this could be a
thought he had like a nagging toe injury because he played.
You thought he had like a hangnail.
And
you thought he was out with like chapped lips. You did not give him any good. You were so mad.
Trust me, I got an earful. Me and Garland had the same financial advisor.
Okay.
So when it was announced he's going to be out for 5 to 6 months, I got a voice message.
He's like, well, you got to see this guy's gangrene toe.
He was like, I fucking told you his toe was fucked up and you were killing him on your pod. And I told you his foot was hurt and you didn't believe him. You were killing him. I was like, oh, Jesus, you're right. He's like, look, he's not even going to be available for the beginning of next year. I told you this was serious. I was like, all right. I did fuck up that. Garland had a real injury going on.
So that's why I think OKC there's no excuses here. There's an excuse for the Cavs. I can see the Cavs. I can talk myself into next year the Cavs are going to be, let's go do it again and don't make a move and let's be healthy. OKC, man, I'm just going to be like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you don't make a move, though. You're not going to go get Giannis. You're just going to do the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. You just got to ride this wave. You've already built it.
Yeah.
You just got to show something for it. You know, I don't know what more Sam Presti can do from a team standpoint. Their team is loaded. They're deep. They have the MVP in their team. He's drafted well. What the fuck else is Sam Presti supposed to do? I saw Stephen A. Smith talking about, listen, at some point, Sam Presti has something to show for it. He's not playing, Steven. He put the best roster together.
Yeah.
What else is he supposed to do? Seriously.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he is put together this roster. They're here. They're in a game 7. I too have OKC winning.
I expect Shea to go for something in the 30s.
Anything is possible.
In closing, yeah.
And it's one game. And like you said, one foul trouble, one sprained ankle, one bad start. It's it.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. That type of pressure is what's going to keep me on the couch. I've already told the mother of my children, I'm not putting the kids to bed that night. All right. I'm watching all 48 minutes of this game from start to finish. The only part I don't want to watch is usually the podium stuff. I don't really care about like the confetti and all that other stuff. It doesn't really matter.
You don't like to see like how they celebrate? Last year, everyone killed Tatum for copying everyone else's speeches. You don't want to. You're gonna tap in. If Halliburton wins,
I'll turn off the TV so fucking fast. I don't want to see his fucking voice talking. I hear him every day. If I close my eyes, you are Halliburton. Just go ahead and say something.
No, a lot of people say we have the same voice. For
you
sure.
do have the same voice.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to turn off the TV. But no, I don't care who wins. Even if OKC wins, I don't want the whole team's going to be. They're already behind every interview. I can't even imagine if they win a championship. They're going to be barking the whole time. I'll tell you this much. If they're going to win, Chet got to come to hoop. I didn't even finish this when I said it earlier. Chet got to come play, dog. I'm the fadeaway twos, the face up, brother. Come on, dog. We casted you as a big 3. It's been big 2. Now, Chet, you have had games where you've had phenomenal efforts and made plays. He does do a lot. He
impacts the game in different ways.
He impacts the game in a variety of ways. It's not just scoring and rebounds with him. He deflects. He alters shots with his size. He's done a good job switching on the guards when they switch 1 through 5. Chet is definitely a talented player. He's a star in the making. But with that comes a responsibility. And that responsibility requires to perform at the highest level in the biggest pressured moments. I need him to be a little bit more aggressive and forceful around the rim. Miles Turner right now is kind of having his way defensively guarding him. He's pushing him out. He's making him shoot fadeaway tough twos, mid-range jump shots, low percentage shots. He's not getting to the basket enough and attacking. I need him to get to the line a little bit more. I need him to finish more. Defensively, he's phenomenal. Chet's always great.
Yeah.
Offensively, he's settling too much. I need him to attack and figure out ways to find himself into the basket or around the basket.